everyone, and welcome back to Yoga Therapy with Ashley. Today, I want to dive deep into something I'm incredibly passionate about. What exactly is yoga therapy, and why do I combine it with yoga therapy in my practice? So, you might hear yoga and immediately picture a studio filled with flexible, athletic, and maybe sweaty people. But yoga therapy is a bit different. Think of a general yoga class like a group fitness session. It's fantastic overall for health, community, but yoga therapy, on the other hand, is a personalized prescription for an individual or small group of people that all share the same physical and emotional health challenge, such as breast cancer or grief. For one-on-one yoga therapy, the yoga therapist works with you to understand what's going on physically, mentally, and emotionally specific to you. We then co-create personalized practices using a wide range of yogic principles, such as breathwork or pranayama. So learning how to regulate your breath to calm or energize your nervous system, meditation and mindfulness that helps you cultivate awareness to the present moment and reduce judgment on yourself and others. Guided imagery and yoga nidra, which both help provide safe space to process and release stress, trauma that's all held in the body, and is especially supportive for those suffering with PTSD. Next, mudras, one of my personal favorites. Mudras are hand gestures that stimulate different messages to the brain and body, depending on the symbol we use. Somatics, which stimulate the vagus nerve and promote relaxation and reducing anxiety. And of course, ethical principles of yoga, the yamas and niyamas, basically the do's and don'ts and how to reduce suffering in your life according to yogic philosophy. The goal of yoga therapy is to empower you with tools to manage your symptoms, reduce suffering, improve function, and foster a greater sense of connection and well being to your whole self, body, mind, and spirit. Now, let's briefly touch on talk therapy. This is not a usual part of yoga therapy, but is a tool I combined with my clients. Talk therapy is incredibly powerful for understanding patterns in your life, processing difficult emotions and trauma, developing coping strategies, and improving relationships, gaining self awareness on a mental and emotional level. It primarily works with the mind, helping us to understand the why behind our experiences and to reframe our narratives. So, why bring these two seemingly distinct modalities together? This, for me, is where the real magic happens and why I do what I do. For a long time, Western approaches often treated the mind and body as separate. But we now know, and ancient yogis always taught, that they are deeply interconnected. What affects the mind also affects the body, and what affects the body also affects the mind. Talk therapy offers profound insights into our mental and emotional worlds. It helps us understand our stories, our triggers, and our patterns. But sometimes understanding isn't enough to create lasting change. You might intellectually get what you feel and why you feel anxious, but your body still floods with panic. Or you might know you need to set boundaries, but your nervous system screams danger when you try to do so. This is where yoga therapy comes in. It gives you tools to regulate the nervous system so you can directly calm the fight, flight, and freeze response that often gets activated by stress, anxiety, or trauma. This creates a safer environment for our bodies to relax and release what the mind can't always say or unfortunately remember. Because trauma and difficult emotions aren't just stored in our memories. They can be held in the body as tension, pain, or emotional dysregulation. Through using yoga therapy, you can tune into your body's signals of overwhelm and possibly stored trauma from past traumatic experiences. Also, increasing body awareness is incredibly helpful for recognizing early signs of stress and triggers. Essentially, talk therapy helps us understand the software, our thoughts, and beliefs. Yoga therapy helps us work with the hardware, the physical body, and the nervous system, making the software run more smoothly. When we combine them, we're addressing the whole person, creating a more holistic and often more effective path to healing and growth. On this channel, this integrated approach is at the heart of everything I share. And my aim is to make these powerful tools accessible to everyone who's interested. This integrated approach can be beneficial for so many people, those dealing with stress, anxiety, depression, PTSD, attention deficit, or simply anyone seeking greater self-awareness and emotional balance. Important note, while I am a licensed clinical social worker and certified yoga therapist and share information from these two perspectives, the content on this channel is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not a substitute for professional, medical, or psychological advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If you have specific conditions, please consult a qualified healthcare professional. So that's a glimpse into what yoga therapy is and why I'm so passionate about integrating its wisdom with the insights of talk therapy. It's about honoring the whole self, mind, body, and soul. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you experienced the benefits of yoga for your mental health? Are you curious to learn more about anything that I mentioned today? If so, let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. New videos are released every Friday with grace and gratitude. Namaste.